I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite impressed. I was not expecting the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3 to blow me away as much as they have. They've got water resistance, a redesign, S Pen support, and a massive price cut. Wait, did foldable phones just get good? How the frick did a foldable phone get water resistance? And most importantly, should I start telling people to buy foldables? I just have to talk about this first. Water resistance on a foldable? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Water resistance was one of the biggest problems I've had with foldables, and I just didn't think it was gonna change anytime soon. But those crazy Samsung engineers found the solution. Over-engineering everything. So each half is independently sealed to protect it against the water, and then the hinge is protected with corrosion-resistant material, long-lasting grease, and rubber connections to make sure that no water can make its way onto the delicate circuit boards inside. Long story short, definitely don't dunk it in water, but also don't panic if you accidentally get liquid on the device, because odds are, it's gonna be fine. Another great thing is that both of these foldables got their prices dropped. The Fold 3 is down to $1,799, and more importantly, the Flip 3 is down to $999.
Wow, there it is.
Making the latter actually kind of competitive with other Samsung flagships. This price reduction goes a long way in increasing the value of these foldable phones. Both foldables have boxier designs. Huh. I wonder where they got that idea from. As well as the both of them just having better overall designs, with the Fold 3 showing just how far Samsung can take the same three cameras in terms of design. The Z Flip 3 in particular actually got a really big design overhaul. It finally added an actual useful screen on the cover. Using it, you can reply to text, actually read notifications, and finally pay for things without opening the phone. And the main display got much slimmer bezels, which is great because the original Flip had quite sizable bezels. And speaking of screen improvements, the Z Fold 3 now has the first under-display camera. And look, while it might be noticeable when you look at it straight on, when your attention shifts to anywhere else on the screen, I will guarantee you that you will just lose track of it. I got the ZTE Axon 20 the other day. Yeah, the first phone with an under-display camera. When I look, I see. But when I don't look, I don't see. The absence of something distracting like a notch or a hole punch really does make me feel like I'm using an uninterrupted display. This technology isn't perfect by any degree, but in the end, I think the pros far outweigh the cons on something like this. Also, I really don't care about selfie quality. I don't think any phone takes amazing photos with the selfie shooter, so the quality of these under-display cameras don't really bother me at all. The Z Fold 3 also got an S Pen, which is one of those features where, if you like the S Pen, you'll love this.
Oh my god.
But if you're not a fan or never really used an S Pen, I doubt this will make much of a difference to you. It is impressive how they did it though, like 2 digitizers instead of 1. That's pretty nice. Also, the Fold 3's cover display is now 120Hz. I mean, the 60Hz screen of the Z Fold 2's cover display never really bothered me, but hey, upgrades people, upgrades. And of course,
say my name.
Fold 3, it's flex mode.
You're goddamn right.
Flex mode is still here.
Galaxy. What an exciting day. It's great to be back with you at Galaxy Unpacked. We have come through a period of challenge and of change.
Now, unfortunately, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. There are no real camera improvements with either phone, which is a really sad thing, because seeing concepts like this at the start of the year really got my hopes up. And unfortunately, unlike Rick Astley, Samsung let me down. And no amount of engineering prowess can fix the flaws inherent to the Foldables design. The Z Fold 3 still has weird aspect ratios for both its screen on the front and on the back. Both still have a messy case situation and plastic screens that will scratch from a pressure of a fingernail.
It's bold in terms of jerking people around, but I may have gone too far in a few places.
I also really hope that these foldable screens don't break like the last ones, because that definitely will be a deal breaker in my book. The Z Fold 2 and Z Flip 5G had this fun little bug where there would be a large crack that would form down the middle of the crease, even when the phone was being used perfectly fine. And unfortunately my Z Fold 2 is showing an early development of this crease crack. Samsung really should be ashamed of this. Phones breaking on their own is a terrible thing, and I cannot emphasize this enough. This really needs to be fixed on these new foldables. Or else, in a year from now, with the amount of phones that Samsung is looking to sell, we might have a lot of people with cracked phones and a sour taste about foldables in their mouth.
At Samsung, innovation has always been a driving force behind our company. Innovation in pursuit of a more accessible, more inclusive, more sustainable world.
Overall, these are great upgrades, which is so very important for foldable phones because they need to get good fast. Like I said a bunch of times, I don't think foldable phones have much time left. In my opinion, when AR glasses come onto the scene and allow you to project whatever size screen onto whatever you want, wherever you are, the hype for foldable phones will die pretty much overnight. But phones like the Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3 go a long way in making sure that foldable phones get into as many hands as possible. So, in the end, can I recommend anyone actually buy any of these foldable phones? Can I finally go onto the streets and proclaim that foldable phones will finally become mainstream? Well, believe it or not, I think that I of course can't. I cannot. Durability is still a big concern for me. Again, Z Fold 2, crease crack, big sad. And foldables still haven't proved their usefulness to me. Don't get me wrong, they're fun and I do love them, but I just think to the average consumer, the Flip adds little actual benefit to the smartphone experience, and the odd shape of the Fold's displays hinders their usefulness. For those of you that know what you're getting yourself into, I don't think you need me to make up your mind. Your mind is set. But for those of you who are on the fence about this foldable craze, I would recommend waiting another year or two to see if these last little quirks of foldable phones finally get ironed out or not.
Because for Samsung, trust is essential. It is our license to operate. We are committed to prioritizing transparency and ensuring you have control over your data.
Thank you for coming to my nerd talk. Apologies about the lack of videos for the last couple months between uni, my side job, and Fortnite. My free time hasn't exactly been abundant, and hopefully I will be making some exciting videos at the end of the year, so stay tuned. If you like what I produce, lightning strike that subscribe button like Zeus, always grab a bit of orange juice, and of course, stay strong.